All right, Shalom. First of all, I want to start by giving our glory, honor, infinite praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Bakrakadosh, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, who teach and rule well, teaching 100% truth. And peace, love, blessing, salutation to the sincere Akim and Akwaf, who are listening in on this truth and pushing in this truth, trying to make that calling of election sure. And Shalom to the brothers pushing this truth across the four winds of the earth. And Shalom to the hopeful elect. May the calling of election be upon our homes. All right, Shalom. And hey, man, I'm just coming back with a quick lesson through the Spirit. Really just wanted to go into, man, hey, which the title of this lesson is going to be, man, work out your own salvation, man. You know? Because at the end of the day, man, we all have our own individual lots that we have to get through, man. You know? We all have our own individual lots that we have to get through. You know? At the end of the day, man, you know, you got to do what's sufficient for your walk. You know? It's a lot here for the noise in the background, man. My newborn with me, man, you know. But yeah, like I said, you got to do what's sufficient for your life, man. You know, for your walk. That's how I say, excuse me. You know? Because at the end of the day, you know, like I said, we all going to get tested and tried out in our own different ways, you know. And even some brothers may go through some of the same trials and tribulation. But at the end of the day, we all getting tried based on, you know, our whatever our lot is set out to be. You know, so therefore we gotta make sure that we're all right. You know, we gotta make sure we're good, you know, in this truth and in this faith, man. You know? And that goes into a wide spread of a lot of things, man, that may come up to test your faith, man. You know, whether it be dealing with your woman, you know, children, you know, family members, a job, you know, basically just your day-to-day life, man. You know, how you maneuvering out here in the world. Because at the end of the day, man, like I said, we got to do what's sufficient for our walk, man. You know? And you also got to, you know, do on your walk. Let me see how I can put this. You got to do, you know, what works for you, you know? What's going to keep you grounded, you know, and what's going to keep you rooted in this faith. Because at the end of the day, you may not be able to, you know, do something a certain way another brother might do it, man. So you got to do what's sufficient for you, you know? Like at the end of the day, man, and I'm just using this as an example, you know? You got brothers in this truth, man, that, you know, which we always say that it's, you know, it's not expedient, you know, trying to deal with multiple women on this side, but you got brothers that can, you know, and then you got brothers that can't, because at the end of the day, you know, it could possibly, you know, cause a hindrance to you. So using that as an example, we got to do what's sufficient for us, man. That's why the Lord told us to work out our own salvation, man. Because we can't be worried about what someone else got going on. We got to do what we got to do to make sure we stay in this fight, man. So let's grab it. Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. So we got to have our own fear, you know, towards Yahweh, because we know the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. You know? So we got to take up that fear, man, and apply this wisdom to how it best suits us as individuals. Because one thing about it, another brother's works are not going to be able to get you on the chariot, man. You're going to have to do. We are all going to be accounted for our own works, man. You know. Yeah, we fellowship amongst the brotherhood. We go to camp, you know, and brothers sharpen brothers. But at the end of the day, it's all going to boil down to what you did, man. What did you do in your lot, you know, to please the Heavenly Father, man, to please Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. You know, what did you do In your works, man, what did you do that was sufficient for you, for you to stand and endure, you know? Because that's what it's all about, man, that we endure as individuals. Uh, so let me grab this. And with that, this is the best, one of the best ways to do that, man, to constantly, as the scriptures say, examine yourself, man. This is 2 Corinthians 13:5. It reads, examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves, man, which is this goes in and ties into working out your own salvation, man. Because you got to prove your own self, man. You got to do, like I said, what's sufficient for your own self, And the only way you're going to be able to figure that out is by examining yourself, man. Looking at yourself in the mirror, man, and realizing what areas you can sharpen up on, man. What areas you can work out, to make yourself get more grounded in this faith, man. To make yourself get more grounded in this truth. We got to constantly do these things, man. This is from the top again. 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves, whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. Verse 6. But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. You see? So therefore, man, you got to know yourself, man. And no one knows you. Matter of fact, I take that back, because Yahweh shall know us better than we know ourselves. But no, other than that, man, no one here on earth knows you better than you, man. So you got to know what areas you slipping at and what areas could, ultimately cause a hindrance to you. And you got to work on those things, man. You got to know what could possibly be a hindrance to you, man, that can ultimately get you thrown out of this faith, man. And you got to work towards bettering that, man, which, like I said, that all goes into working out your own salvation. Understanding when you're going off, understanding, when brothers give you that correction, that reproof, understanding how to accept it and deal with it, and finding out where you can, be better at, or even just to yourself, man. Like I said, examining yourself and seeing like, hey, I've been doing too much of this, or couple examples, maybe I ain't been reading enough, or I ain't been praying enough, I ain't been fasting enough, It's lucky about that. I ain't, because all these things are very important, man, and all these things are, things that we should do to help us better ourselves in this walk, man. Because really, this word, this truth is all we got, man, when it comes down to it. Because what we know is that this is what's going to get us delivered, man. Nothing else is going to get us delivered, man. That's why we're not trying to put too much of our time into worrying about anything else, man. Because at the end of the day, man, this is what's going to be sufficient for us, man. That's why we got to make sure we do everything that we can to stand, man. As a matter of fact, with that, I'll grab that. Just bear with me. Yeah. I want to grab two of these precepts. This is Luke 21:36. It say, watch ye therefore and pray always. See? So we got to constantly pray for these things, man. We got to constantly pray to the Lord, man, that, he give us that conquering spirit to overcome, the things that, may be hard for us to overcome, man, and may be troublesome to us, man, or that may feel like a hindrance, man. You got to pray to the Lord and ask him to remove those things away from you, because like I said, that goes into examining yourself, man. That goes into, working towards your salvation, man. Understanding where you messing up at and understanding that it's a power that you can talk to ask you to give you the script to deal with it, to how to deal with it. It say that you may be accounted worthy to escape all things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. This is Ephesians 6:13. It say, wherefore take unto the whole armor of Yahweh. And we know the armor of Yahweh is this truth. The armor of the Most High is this word, this truth, man. The Spirit. It say that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day and having doing all to stand. And that's the point. That's why we're working working out our own salvation. So we can be able to stand in that day, man, in that evil day, because we know that we are approaching, heavy and bad times, man. Where it's about to get ugly out here. So we trying to, sharpen ourselves up now, So hey, as the scriptures say, we can do all to stand, man. So we don't fall in that day, Which is why you got to constantly continue to just, like I said, examine yourself, man, and stay on top of your game, and just continue to do your best, man, to put this work in, man, and pray to the Lord, man. Because like I said, once again, this is all we got, man. So hey, we can't allow any of these distractions, or these tests that get thrown our way to get us thrown off, man, to where hey, we find ourselves slipping, man, and slipping to the point to where we've been got ourselves put out this faith, man. Got ourselves put out this truth, because we all gonna slip sometimes, But it's the point is you catching yourself when you slip. Is you realizing your fall and realizing that hey, you got to try your best to not to make that mistake again, because you don't want to keep falling in the same area, man. To the point where you got no control over it, man. Because then they can constantly lead, hey, to Yahweh Shah, snatching that Holy Spirit from you, man. Because we doing these things so that the Lord can continue to have mercy on us, man. Because we know we don't deserve the Lord's mercy, man, for all the things that we have done. We don't deserve the Lord's mercy. That's why we got to make sure we stand on point and stand sharpening this thing, man, so that the Lord's mercy can continue to abide on us, Which all that goes into working out your own salvation, man. Like I said, once again, making sure you're doing what's sufficient for you, man. Not what you see another brother do. So hey, man, with that, hey, like I said, I just wanted to put that point out there, man. Lord willing, you was edified. To the next time, I want to close out, giving all glory, honor, and infinite praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, and double honors to the apostle elders, great millstone. I learned this truth from who teach and rule well, teaching 100% truth. And peace, love, blessings, salutation to the sincere Akim and Akwaf, while listening in on this truth and pushing in this truth, trying to make that calling of election sure. And shalom to the brothers pushing this truth across the four winds of the earth. And shalom to the hopeful elect. May the calling of election be upon our homes. Till the next time, I want to say, Wabba Babba, Babakasha, 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 Abba Babba, Kwam Yasharala, keep the faith, shalom.